pride, you know. I didn't want to sell out, so I just stayed in Farm League my entire career. All right, so this is the other top 4 match. All right, we have Mr. New York Yankee himself, David Rice, versus.
I like David Rice's style.
Yeah, he's
David
cool
Rice is
style.
also playing really well.
Yeah, he is.
General.
Yeah.
That's a hard deck to play.
I mean, besides for the fire spout killing his own, his whole board.
That was a little awkward.
Yeah.
I think he just miscounted his Tarmogoyf. Everybody makes mistakes.
That's what he said. Yeah,
like,
he was actually the one that said, "Yeah, you know, look at Finkel. He didn't block. Everybody makes mistakes." So
Yeah.
he's got a good attitude about it. He understands. All right. So, wow, Greg Mulligan to 4. Yeah, maybe
not good for Greg.
Yeah, this elf deck could probably win from 4, right?
No, Elves is terrible on Mulligans.
Is it really?
Yeah, I played Elves for a long time. I played that deck in a lot of PTQs.
Yeah.
Does not Mulligan well at all.
All right. Well, yeah, I know you want to PTQ with elves.
What?
You want to PTQ with elves?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. All right, so
maybe the Legacy deck plays differently though. I
don't know.
Shouldn't be.
My friend Harrison Beach, swears that this elf deck is insane.
I mean, I watched him when he was in the top 8 of the one in Vegas.
Yeah, he just forgot to pay for his pack.
Yeah, he punted he punted the other game they lost too.
I mean, if you forgot to pay for a pack, what do you want the kid to do?
Yeah.
All right. So there's a Nettle Sentinel. Yep. And Dave Rice reads the guy's cradle.
It's a card that if you've never seen it before, you're probably like, what?
Yeah.
It's real?
Yeah. Yeah.
That doesn't seem fair at all.
Yeah. All right, and there's the Wirewood Symbiote, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, Nettle Sentinel gets destroyed.
I'm a bit confused. So he did it in response to the Wirewood Symbiote, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, there's Life of the Loam, returning lands. So, I mean, it's insane how, David, reverse mulliganed up to, 10 with all his card advantage, and Greg's on 4, so it's going to be, really tough for Greg to pull this one off.
Yeah, it's 5 cards is pretty rough, especially when your opponent's playing stuff like Bolt and you're playing Elves.
He went to 4.
I went to 4?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And look, he's got 2 cards in his hand,
That Cradle's kind of creating a little bit of card advantage.
What did he just play? He just put something in his yard.
I have no idea.
Was it Living Wish?
Living Wish would make sense.
Yeah, right? Where's this elf list?
Living Wish. It was Living Wish. Okay.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Good call. Living Wish.
Yeah, I don't even have... Do we not have the list? Oh, you have it?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, here it is.
The list is somewhere.
It's underneath.
Yeah. I just assumed
he does have Living Wish.
Yeah. Oh, does he? All right, cool, yeah. All right, so 11:12 p.m. here. What card is that?
That card is Draga Warcaller.
Oh, okay. Is that alternate art?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's the pre-release Draga Warcaller.
Okay.
It's for something.
Sure.
That card's sweet, though.
Yeah.
Matt Baccio loves that card.
Yeah, he does. I miss Matt Baccio. All right, so David Rice cracks his fetch land. And do you think a Seismic Assault is coming down?
That'd be pretty good if it did.
It would be really good. It would be like game over good. I kind of feel like he does have it. Just the way he drew his card and,
Yeah.
went to go fetch.
It could be pretty good.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty insane.
I don't know what's taking so long to look through his deck though. Maybe he wants to find that Badlands or something?
I don't know.
Yeah. He pulls a Taiga up to the front.
You give it Taiga, then doesn't he already have?
Alright, there's Taiga.
Okay. It's Taiga.
Yeah.
Let's see. Seismic Assault.
I think it is Seismic Assault.
Yeah, it's a blowout.
Yeah. He's got Life of the Loam Seismic Assault. Yeah, that's game.
Yeah, against an elf deck that mulliganed to 4.
Yeah.
That has a Cradle and play with no creatures.
Yeah.
It's really, really bad.
Yeah.
For Greg.
I mean, I think Greg knows it,
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just scoop it up.
Just gonna scoop. And I appreciate that scoop.
Yeah,
That's
same, yeah. Because
it
probably could have went for another 3 or 4 more turns, but it was just a guaranteed lock,
3 or 4 more turns that It can even take a while because there are a lot of iterations that have to happen. But meanwhile, there's no chance Greg can win. It doesn't matter how bad David messes up after that.
It's just like
Greg can't win.
Yeah. All right. So
like David would have to get hit by a meteor.
We wouldn't want that to happen.
For Greg to win that game.
Yeah. All right. So Agrolome in the finals. So we have Agrolome versus Pod.
Well, no. That was just game 2.
Oh, it was just game 2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right, that was just game 2.
Yeah.
So, do you think Elves gonna win or what?
I don't know. Elves gets to be on the play. It's a bad matchup for Elves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, David has.
It can't be that bad of a matchup. He won game 1.
People like win one game at a bad matchup all the time.
Yeah.
He's playing a deck that like is a combo deck based around 1 toughness creatures, and his opponent has Seismic Assault Loam, and like 1 mana removal spells, and like Maelstrom Pulse, and Engineered Explosives. It's like terrible for him.
Yeah, I mean, he could just nut draw.
Borderline nightmare.
He could nut draw him.
Yeah, he can nut draw him. If he nut draws him, he wins.
Yeah.
But
nut draw is turn 2, correct?
Turn 2 nut draw is like never happens with this.
Really?
It can happen. Like I don't know. Like I've played a good amount of Elves, and I think the number of games I've turned 2. I have played hundreds of matches, and that was I know extended Elves, not Legacy Elves, but I've literally played hundreds of matches, and I never got the turn 2 hand once.
No.
So.
How often do you get turn 3? Like 1 in 10?
No, more than that.
Like 1 in 8?
Probably like 1 in 5. Maybe like 1 in the Legacy version, probably 1 in 4.
1 in 4?
Yeah.
This is without like your opponent doing any disruption.
Yeah, nothing. If your opponent has like nothing, you can.
Okay. So yeah, all right. It might be Elves versus Pod in the finals. I really thought it was game 3 because I was just like so demoralized. I was just like, oh, you mulligan to 4, like this guy's like, you know what I'm saying? This is the end. But all of a sudden, it's like he's got a second chance. So.
All right, so Greg on the play here, sacrifice fetch land, and he's gonna land, and then we're gonna see what 1-drop he has. His deck is basically all 1-drops, so.
Which one?
Oh man, the Goblin deck had Chalice of the Voids in the sideboard. That would have been pretty bad for the Elves deck.
Yeah, I know. All right, there it is, Nettle Sentinel.
Yeah. Nettle Sentinel from Greg. I like putting my creatures on my opponent's side of the table, like invading their space.
Yeah,
it's a good, good strategy.
That Nettle Sentinel is definitely over the line there.
He moved back as he attacked.
He did, yeah. Show some respect there. Yeah.
It's like an interesting maneuver, interesting battle tactic.
Yeah. All right. So Forgotten Cave gets cycled.
Yeah, and Greg does not have a second land, but Greg can still win on turn 3 without a lot of, like all he has to have is a Heritage Druid and a Glimpse in his hand, and he probably wins on turn 3.
Yeah.
So. Or like a Heritage Druid and or rather a Glimpse and a Green Sun Zenith is also probably good enough.
Okay.
If he draws the line next turn.
Sure. All right. So Greg draws and I mean it's looking pretty good for him so far, right?
Yeah, I mean, well he attacked, so I'm not really sure what he's going to do this turn. Does he have he has a Dryad Arbor, right? He does not have a 1 of Dryad Arbor.
Is that usually standard in the elf decks?
I don't know. I'm not as familiar with Legacy Elves as I was with like extended versions, but I would imagine like any deck that plays Green Sun Zenith, I can't imagine just not giving it the option of turning it into a land or elf, right?
Sure, yeah. All right, so there's
Engineer Explosives naming 1, and David's gonna crack that.
Yeah.
And this doesn't look good for Greg at all.
Yeah, it started to look good. Like even though like he was like short on lands, I was like whatever.
Oh yeah, and that land's a turn too late. Like even if he had just drawn that land a turn earlier.
Yeah, it could have been all the difference.
All right, a Visionary.
Yeah.
Draws Greg a card.
Let's see what Dave has this turn. Alright, so he's access to, all colors of mana right now. Ooh, there's a life. Wow. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is like.
plays a loam.
Yeah, as long as David, like, you know.
He has a seismic assault in his hand, I think.
Does he?
Yeah.
Really? It's just like game if he actually does. I see a lightning bolt.
Oh, he has a bolt. I just bolt the visionary, by the way.
Yeah, is that discarding?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. He does have seismic assault.
Yeah.
How does this deck look like it's so easy to win? It's like insane. It's
He's
like,
playing against elves. I told you, it's like borderline nightmare matchup.
yeah.
Like,
Like his opponent's not doing anything. It's like,
well, his opponent's trying to do something, but
yeah, obviously, but all right. So he just plays down a couple of guys, and he'll attack for 1.
yeah, and
Is David just gonna bolt that wire with symbiote?
I would.
Yeah, I would too, right?
I mean, if you're Greg, you probably. I mean, I would have. It's weird.
Yeah.
I would have bolted the visionary in response to the symbiote. You have assault in your hand already.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like.
But I mean, if you haven't, like, I've played a lot of elves,
Yeah.
so that's why I would do that. If
Okay.
I haven't played against the deck, I don't know if I would.
Yeah.
Oh, but Greg didn't return the visionary back to his hand.
No, he did not.
Which surprises me also,
Yeah.
because I would have done that. I guess no, I wouldn't have, because now, I don't know. He has assault.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. As soon as David plays this loam, rather the seismic assault, it's just about over.
yeah, I mean, he could have one of his Crozen grips, but that's about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's his out here.
Yeah. All right. So he dresses back. He's gonna return 3 lands. He'll probably use that fetch land. He'll go get a Badlands.
Yep. And then seismic assault's gonna come down,
Yeah.
and
Oh, he just gets a mountain instead.
that's fine.
That seems fine. And there's seismic assault. Can he just like dome Greg in like 2 turns?
Yeah, but you'd rather just kill his guys, because Greg's still like threatening to combo out next turn right now.
Yeah, yeah.
So, all right.
Take out the Fitting Horn Elves.
You take out the visionary too.
Take out the Visionary.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll pass with 7 cards in his hand?
Yeah.
Does that seem right? Yeah.
If he had more than 7, he would just dome.
Yeah. So Greg only has 2 forests in play. Not really looking too good for him. Alright, he taps green. And yeah, I don't really know what Greg could do here. Ooh. Okay. That's not too bad.
It's not that bad.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, that can turn off this assault.
yeah, but I mean, it's
And,
kind of, you know, it might be too slow. You know, and if David has just a removal for it, then that'll probably be it.
Yeah.
All right, there's life of the loam. Bring back 3 lands. So that's 6 damage.
Yep.
All right, and he sacrifices the Bloodstained Mire. All right, he gets the Badlands. Taps 2 mana for Dark Confidant. And he'll pass the turn. There's that Phyrexian Revoker. That's going to come down.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. Is David going to dome in response or no? No?
Oh, does he have a bolt?
He just cycles. He cycles again. All right. He'll reveal a
Just
card
knock
from
it
the
down.
Dark Confidant. What was it? It was a red card.
Yeah, I don't
Was it
know.
another Seismic Assault?
This is most. It looked like.
Well, there's Dark Blast.
Yeah, and that's.
Yeah, that should be game.
That should be game. So he has how many cards in hand? He attacks for 2. Puts him at 17. He has 6 lines in hand. That's 12.
And then it returns 3. That's
That's 3. That's another
18,
6.
yeah.
6. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah, that should be game.
But does he have the loam in hand, or he needs to dredge it next turn?
Yeah.
So he wins next turn.
Yeah. unless somehow Greg, you know,
Greg top decks like another Phyrexian. He only has one.
yeah, there's not much he could do. He actually Living Wish for that one.
Yeah.
So
Gets over.
yeah. So we'll probably see an Agrolome.
Well, we know what we're going to see. We're going to see Agrolome
Yeah, I
against
mean, there's always like a
against like the birthing pod.
yeah. There's always like a 0.5% chance that
Like birthing pod rock.
the Elves pulls this off.
I don't think there's a chance
No.
Elves can pull this off.
Okay.
But yeah, he found a third land, which
Yeah.
is obviously good for him.
Okay.
But it's very difficult for him to play anything because anything he plays, David can just discard a land to kill it, and then he has Life from the Loam, which is basically Ancestral Recall that's guaranteed to get him 3/1 mana or 3/0 mana removal spells.
Sure.
So that's pretty unfair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here, Greg plays 2 guys. He gets to draw a card for the 1.
Yep.
But like I said, David has an Ancestral Recall that gets 3/0 mana removal spells
Yeah.
every single turn.
Yep. So I think Greg will be packing it up. David's going to reveal.
It reveals off Confidant.
Yeah.
Now, Greg could still win if David reveals a Greater Gargadon
Oh, there's Life
off
from
of
the
his Dark
Loam.
Confidant.
Now he doesn't even
Life from
do.
the Loam.
Yeah, I mean he doesn't really need to dredge.
Yeah,
I don't think at least.
he's just dead.
Yeah. Right.
And
It's 12.
Greg
Yeah.
still has, a small chance that David is abducted by
Yeah, no,
aliens
yeah.
before Greg dies.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's on 10,
Yeah.
and then he'll do it again. He'll bring him to 4.
Yep.
All right, he's on 4.
Attacks, and then he still has lands in his hand.
Yeah.
Right.
And all he needs is 2. Yep. All right.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. All right. Well, good game.
Yeah, very good game. And I think Greg played pretty well. It's obviously a nightmare match.